Hello, beautiful people. Welcome to my channel. I am currently living in Costa Rica on a piece of land that has been trying for many years to become an intentional community. And through this experience, I'm learning a lot, experiencing a lot, and feeling called to share on YouTube more and more. And if this message resonates, please don't forget to like and subscribe. I would really appreciate it. So truth be told, living in community is not an easy thing. Building community is definitely not an easy thing. If it was, we would have a lot more intentional communities on Earth. Of course, there's many reasons why we don't currently that are beyond our individual control. Ultimately, though, our conditioning makes it so that we are much more adapted to living in a very individualistic mindset or life instead of a tribal mindset or life. And yet, this tribal mindset is our true nature. And I think it's time that we return to it. I think that the earth is calling us more and more to band together and to learn to co-create, to stop putting our individual needs aside and to learn to collectively create something that's in harmony with what Gaia wants for us. The reality is that the system is not supporting us anymore and has not been for a long time. So what's the solution? If we can't rely on an external system to support us, we have no choice but to rely on our own resources. But doing it alone is frankly not sustainable, in my opinion. Doing it collectively, where we grow our own food together, where we take responsibility for our water, where we care for nature, where we preserve it, and where we listen to what the land wants. This is where we're headed more and more. Now, we tend to be exposed a lot to the chaos and everything that's wrong in the world, the darkness. It's very easy to get wrapped up in believing that things are not getting better. Despite whatever happens in the outside world, I think that more and more people are waking up to this need to live in community, this need to come together as a necessary future and as the solution to a sustainable Earth. Now, it's no secret that because of the capitalistic framework of the world and this idea of land ownership and our individualistic nature, building community in a way that is financially accessible and sustainable is very much a challenge. My hope is that we will learn to build communities where money is not the center of the community. In my opinion, it really can't be. A community cannot be a business. A community is a tribe of people that work together to create something. Now, the community can have a business inside of it to help with the sustainability if all the members of the community are somehow contributing to the whole. But this idea that there is a piece of land and that there's this like business aspect to it that is outside of the power of the people, that they are having to feed that business, is draining. And I think that oftentimes it leads to failures in community. The reality is that very few communities are successful long term. I think it's something like 3%. Like, it's a really tiny number of communities that actually make it. So kudos to the ones that have figured it out. I'm in full admiration. And my hope is to see way more people coming together and learning to defy the capitalistic framework and find alternative ways around the way that we've been conditioned to view money and abundance. And of course, this requires a lot of donors. This requires people putting their financial fears aside, their like, this is my money aside, and wanting to contribute to something that's bigger. For example, My hope is that as cryptocurrency this year reaches a hopeful state of abundance for a lot of people, that people are able to recognize that this abundance can serve the collective instead of serving their own personal needs, and that we can start to create something, and that the people who have less can still benefit from this collective creation. So I really believe that it's going to require the conscious wealth holders, the people that detain a lot of wealth that are conscious, to realize that in helping build community and in helping sustainability on earth in the building of community, they are truly enriching themselves and supporting the people who don't have as much. And it creates this circular system where everyone can end up helping each other, right? The future of Earth is not wealth division. Of course, we are getting away from this hierarchy of this person has this much and this person has this much and this person has this much. And we are learning to share and to live collectively. We were not meant to hold things as this is mine and I have this much. Gaia is all of ours, and the abundance is all of ours, and there is enough wealth and abundance for everybody. And the more that we can all collectively hold this vision, well, then the more it manifests. We need to get away from this idea of this is my wealth, this is my land. How can we all think of a future in which things are shared? Because this is the necessary future. This is how we make it out of the chaos. And this is how we thrive, is by completely changing our mindset to something that's a lot more collective and beautiful. I encourage all of us to envision a world in which this is possible. I really feel this as a truth in my heart, as a necessary future for us, as the collective timeline that we need to choose to go down. I really believe it to be the best. I hope that this message resonates. If it does, please feel free to comment. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you very soon. Much love.